What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Salty Slaggy. Thanks for tuning in. So anybody that watched the PlayStation Showcase a couple of months ago will have seen this title, and it is Phantom Blade Zero. Now, if you don't know about Phantom Blade Zero, it originally started as a mobile game and garnered at least 20 million players. Now, S-Game and Sony are bringing it to market for your PS5 exclusively, as well as your PC. Currently, it doesn't have a release date. It originally started with about 3 devs working on this. I'm hoping that Sony has helped in order to expand the S-Game's team, because the studio does say that they do have limited resources when it comes to this game. It falls into the category of hack and slash, fast-paced like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. It's not methodical and slow like Dark Souls. It's taking that creative, choreographed combat that I've seen throughout my years as I've grown up in kung fu movies with actors such as Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, Jet Li, the guy from Ong Bak with his Muay Thai style. You can even bring Bruce Lee into the mix if you want. But I've always waited for a game that actually puts me in the place of the protagonist that is doing all these cool things instead of me watching them on the screen. Yes, it's over the top, but the skill and the choreography is just amazing for your eyes if you watch some of the things they've done throughout the years. Before you've seen them in mainstream films, such as like you see Donnie Yen in John Wick 4. Donnie Yen has been doing movies for fucking decades, and you've probably not even seen a single one of them, whereas I've seen the majority of his movies, as well as Jackie Chan's before he became famous. You know, a younger Jackie Chan. And I always wanted to be put in the shoes of the person doing that kind of stuff, and I think it's really, really cool to see that this dev team is like really pushing it. So let's talk about the game itself. In Phantom Blade Zero, your name is Soul. You're an elite assassin serving an elusive but powerful organization simply known as the Order. You're framed for the murder of the Order's patriarch and gravely injured in the manhunt that ensued. A mystical healer managed to save you from death, but your makeshift cure only lasts 66 days. So you've got 66 days to live to find out the mastermind behind the framing of yourself against powerful foes and inhuman monstrosities. The campaign of the game sits around a 30 to 40 hour completion time compared to Elden Ring's 50 hours. From stories to Bruce Lee movies and Michelle Yeoh in Everything Everywhere All at Once and Donnie Yen in John Wick Chapter 4, Kung Fu in pop culture is constantly evolving, but always awesome. I agree. With Phantom Blade Zero, we are adding a new twist to the formula, a heavy dose of punk spirit, alongside with stylish visuals. We call this overall art direction Kung Fu Punk. When it comes to the world building of Phantom Blade Zero, it unfolds in a semi-open world. They are aware that the open world is a buzzword in these days, but with the limited resources that the developers have, we would rather present you multiple maps of reasonable size, kind of like Noah and Wulong Fallen Dynasty, and handcrafted and populated with diverse activities instead of one huge continuity full of repurposed, reused assets. I'm glad they're saying that. Pay attention, AAA studios. This is an indie studio, by the way, fully aware of what's going on around them. The dark, bleak visual style that you see in a lot of the games is a deliberate decision. A bleak world makes characters with hearts of gold really stand out. Plus, it serves as a reminder to never let your guard down. There are plenty of powerful beings that want to see you dead. They're challenging, but abundantly rewarding in the form of weapons, armor, artifacts, skills, among other ways to customize or progress your character. When it comes to the Kung Fu moves, they are huge fans of the hack and slash genre. Stellar titles like Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden are insanely exhilarating with their huge arsenal of moves and lightning fast pace. However, they are not for everyone. I understand that myself. What's more popular today is strategic action games such as Souls-like and Monster Hunter. They choose to slow things down a notch or two, giving players more time for strategic thinking. But that approach doesn't convey the kind of action fest we have in mind, namely the sleek, breathtaking moves in Kung Fu movies back in the 1990s. I love the choreography in fast-paced Kung Fu movies. It's just absolutely brilliant, some of the things they come up with. Lucky for us, during the decade making mobile games, we learned to simplify things in favor of touchscreens, giving players ways to execute elaborate chains of moves with a minimum amount of button mashing. As it turns out, with some tweaks, this mechanism works just as well on controllers, and we've honored to have Mr. Kenji Tanigaki as our action director. Kenji-san is responsible for many memorizing fighting scenes in classic Kung Fu movies. In fact, many of our ideas are inspired by his early works and Phantom Blade Zero, his role is to demonstrate each design move, which is then captured with a camera matrix for the reference of our animation artist. You're reading it right. Combat moves in Phantom Blade Zero have been made with handcrafted animation because motion capture just doesn't do it justice. So these are handcrafted moves. And I've seen some of the move where he does it with the blades on the floor, and the move where he puts his blade forward and he puts his leg backwards as he's standing still. I've seen that in Kung Fu movies. But other than that, that is all the information we currently have regarding Phantom Blade Zero. I'm extremely excited to see more from the studio. I think they're onto a winner. Said it time and time again, the indie scene always killing it with these creative and new ideas. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this project. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for a fast-paced Kung Fu style game? Firstly, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash a like. It really helps out the channel more than you know and gets fresh eyes on the channel as we continue to grow the YouTube channel. Subscribe for more upcoming games. You'll find other games on my channel if you want to check those out. You'll find social links down below if you want to support me in that space. You'll also find live streams at the live tab on the YouTube channel. Come by the live stream. I'd love to see you. There's also a poll up on the community tab if you want to vote for this weekend's stream. Hit that notification bell, and as always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.